Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How we doing today? Thank you so much, Steve, for kicking off the contribution and a super chat. Thank you so much, sweetheart. All right, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Hold on. Ease the camera over just a tad. We just pretty much going to jump into this. Now, I ran across this article because I don't keep up with boxing. I don't really keep up with sports anymore at all, any type of sport. I'd be tempted to go back and pick back up with football, but anyway. So I don't keep up with sports, but I did run across this story about a female boxer, Clarissa Shields, who issued a challenge to a male boxer named Keith Thurman. Okay. Thank you, Pharaoh Ismail. A man looks like Craven the Hunter from Spider-Man. Thank you, Chaz. Sound from Harlem. Do you plan on hosting a seminar? I plan on doing some events. As we get those together, I will definitely be announcing them on the channel. But yes. Okay. So since I don't keep up with boxing, I don't know who these people actually really are. However, upon a cursory glance, it appears that Miss Clarissa Shields is considered like top tier female boxers, one of the best female boxers, kind of period, right? With an immaculate record, okay, and all of this. I've never seen a fight of hers, so I can't vouch for having actually watched her fight, but that's what the record says. According to her fans, even with this story, they acknowledge her skill. They acknowledge that she really be getting to it in that ring, but that's against women, right? She's dominant with the women's division of boxing. Okay. Thank you, Trey. Say, remember what happened to Lucia Ricker when she thought she could beat men in a professional kickboxing match, got knocked out. And it always do. Always gets knocked out. Okay? Because you're not men. And we're going to get into what's going on with it. Okay? Because you can be dominant as a female in your sport. Okay? No matter the genre of sport. Right? Because at one point, Ronda Rousey thought she could hang with men. Girl, bye. An untrained dude was like, not even. She got knocked down. She got knocked down a few pegs. She went on to WWE to try to make some type of career because what was that girl named? Holmes KO'd her so bad. Like, girl, bye. You reading your press clippings, but you gonna learn today. And that was against another woman. So Ronda Rousey got knocked out and dealt with and humbled by another woman, Holly Holmes. Exactly. I watched that fight. I couldn't wait to see Holly Holmes whoop that tail because I never liked Ronda Rousey. She was fighting them tomato cans, and I didn't like her. I didn't like her little attitude. I'm like, girl, you can't really fight. You can't strike. That's your problem. And Holly came with the package, with the whole package, striking, grappling, kick. She came with the whole thing. Whooped her down. Ronda Rousey in there battling for women's titles in the WWE. Okay. So now you can be a dominant woman in your field, in your choice of sport. But there's a reason why sports are gender specific. Because no matter how skilled a woman is, she's 9 times out of 10, she's not going to be able to outdo in a physical competition a man. She's not going to be, she can't even be technically sound. There are a lot of WNBA players that fundamentally, they are sound. Sometimes they're more fundamentally sound than the men in the NBA. If you just look at basketball fundamentals, a lot of the women are technically and fundamentally sound, but they have to be to make up for sometimes that lack of athleticism and lack of physical strength. Okay. So sometimes men in the NBA can kind of get away with not being so fundamentally sound, and their athleticism and strength just overtake that. So this is why you don't get real games between any WNBA team and NBA team. The only thing that I would think that they would ever do like that is maybe something for what you call that, NBA All-Star weekend. You know, they might, I don't know if they do this, but I wouldn't mind seeing like a little friendly, you know, who can score, you know, the 3-point thing with the women and the men, like that, something like that. That can be kind of fun, perhaps. But a straight up game with any of the male NBA players, get the bench riders. You ain't got to go for the superstars. Get the bench riders and get the superstar WNBA women, and come on. Them bench riding dudes gonna run circles around them women, and that doesn't take away from the skill of the women among the women. Among the women, they can be monsters. Just like Clarissa Shields is regarded as like the GOAT, right? One of the best female boxers, period. Like she be getting it in that ring. And that may be so. That's all fine and well. But now she's calling out Keith Thurman, a male boxer. Now I'm going to read you this article, and then we're going to look at a little quick video that she tried to drop like it meant something. So what I'm really doing is I'm setting up the groundwork for what we're going to talk about actually in the second half of this show. Okay. Thank you, Gold P. Said money for the plate, like button pressed on the way in. Gold Professor, Gold PGP. How you doing, Gold Professor? Thank you, Well B. So that's right, sis. All-Star Weekend, though, do mixed skill competition. Yeah, you know, and I don't mind that. I don't find nothing wrong with that. It's friendly, you know, who can shoot the threes, you know, can you score? That kind of stuff. That's fine. I just find that to be fun and a promotion for the WNBA, because Lord knows they need it. And, you know, just something fun to watch. It's not a true competition, physical strength for physical strength. You know, a woman can shoot from the 3-point line. If she's accurate, you know, or whatever. But she ain't in a game with the men where she got to defend him or what. Come on now. That's not gonna work. Okay. So let me go ahead and read this little article to y'all though. And then this video gonna trip y'all out. All right. So this is like a little, you know, whatever. Could we possibly get an intergender boxing match? And we're gonna talk about this gender thing too. Thurman is certainly down for it as a former WBA and WBC welterweight champion accepted a recent call out from Shields over a potential fight. However, he plans on giving himself a handicap should they actually throw down. We can let you try to showcase your skills, Thurman said. I probably use my jab only. For charity, I make it happen. I will wear bigger gloves, let her wear smaller gloves. I will let her wear headgear. I don't really want to punch a girl in the face. Shield responded to one time by posting sparring footage of herself and other male boxers. For 17 years, the GOAT, I guess the greatest woman of all time, has sparred men. I respect that my sparring partners work with me and help me prepare for my world title fights, but all of them will agree, ain't no taking it easy. And they wasn't doing nothing but taking it easy. Anyway, Shields is regarded by many as the greatest women's boxer of all time. She's an undefeated unified middleweight champion with a 14-0 record, and as stated by her, has sparred with men for nearly 2 decades. However, no matter how confident she is in her chances, it is highly unlikely she'll have success against an elite level male boxer in Thurman, let alone beat him in a fight. The reaction from fans to the above tweets are further evidence of how crazy it is for her to even entertain such an idea. Then again, anything is possible in combat sports, so maybe we'll end up seeing Thurman battle Shields at some point in the near future. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna stop sharing. We're gonna take it to the video. Hold on. Let me come back. Let me share this part. Yeah, he gonna throw the fight, and we gonna talk about all of it. But let me just show you this little video she tried to post about her sparring with men. First of all, a sparring match is just that. Sparring matches are not there for you to go all out. Okay, sparring matches can serve several purposes for a fighter. Sparring matches serve as honing in a technique, right, for your opponent. So let's say she was gonna box a southpaw. They would probably bring in southpaw sparring partners for her to get accustomed to fighting somebody in the southpaw stance. Sparring can be used for getting your footwork together, getting your head together, getting your speed together, getting your agility together, just honing your technique. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that whatever game plan y'all done came up with, fight plan y'all done came up with, that the boxer can execute that against a comparable person in the ring, potentially. Most sparring partners are amateur boxers. If the person that they sparring with is a professional boxer, like she's a professional boxer, she's probably sparring with amateurs. Okay. And it's not meant to go all out in a fight. The sparring partner is not trying to knock you out. The sparring partner is not really trying to hurt you. The sparring partner is like a living dummy. If I can be so crude, the sparring partner is like a living dummy. There to be alive and give you the realism of the fight that you're coming up with by sparring with a live person and not just, hitting the bag, not just, what I'm saying, stuff like that, not just talking about it, but actually getting in there, and sparring even serves for getting hit in the face. Okay. Let you get hit in the face. Let the sparring partner hit you. So we can get that jaw together. So you got a glass chin. And you ain't going to sleep every 5 minutes from love taps. All right. So we got to condition you to fighting. That's what sparring is about. To condition you to fighting. That's it. Now let's take a look. I think she thought this was impressive.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Time.
Now, comments. Bro, this the kind of thing where she just needs to be taught the difference between a male pro boxer and a female one. Let Thurman go all out. That's the only way she gonna learn. She's a great boxer, but she's wilding, thinking she can beat a man that boxes. Keith Thurman is 30-1 with 22 KOs, and his only loss as a professional is a split decision to Manny Pacquiao. All right. With all due respect, she getting knocked out by any male boxer. She do know her male sparring partners are holding back, and being in the ring with a male boxer who is coming 100% is not going to end well for her at all. Her training team just collecting checks, because if she had people who actually cared about her, they would advise her. They would advise her not to do this. Okay. Let the fight happen. Let's make history. It'll be good for boxing. This is embarrassing. Okay. These male sparring partners are not using their full potential. They're going easy, probably using 30% effort. She the GOAT female and still gets KO'd in like one. Anyone ever step into a ring with a woman know the difference in power. It's not fair. It's why they don't compete together. But yeah, you go, girl. Plot twist, they're holding back. Knocking her out would have been the end for their career. When Thurman lands on Shields, not Apollo Creed, y'all. Not Apollo Creed. This was supposed to be an exhibition. This was supposed to be an exhibition. Throw in the towel. Oh my goodness. Woo. Okay. Thank you, Miss Lucchese, for the super sticker. Thank you, Engaging Black Negroes and Woman King, the boxing edition. Exactly. Thank you, Jeffrey, said Drago versus Apollo Creed. If it was real, she pummeled. Right. Thank you, Fighting Like a High School Male. Exactly. Thai Boxing, thank you. They had her sparring backyard barbecue guys, and they were still holding back. Mr. Rhythm said her knockout ratio was low against women, and that's telling. Right? First of all, the men wasn't really it was 1 or 2 little jabs at the top of her head. You feel me? She was the one going all out. Them dudes wasn't even tired. It was a couple of little, just to, not stand there with your arms to the side. You see, just a couple of, we'll give you a couple of shake and bakes. That's it though. We ain't doing nothing else. Huh? We do a couple of head fakes. 1 or 2 little, one to the body, quote unquote. Ooh. I could last too in a spar from a dude that ain't hitting me. There are actually quite a few things to talk about. There are actually quite a few things aside from the obvious thing. Am I out of focus? It seems like I'm out of focus. Hold on. There are actually quite a few things to talk about aside from, roasting it and it being funny. There are actually several layers to this. This is why I picked this story to do a show on today. Thank you. Said, what's a king to a guy? Says she about to be looking like Martin after the Tommy Hearns fight. Exactly. A whole pumpkin head deluxe. A whole PhD. A whole pumpkin head deluxe. Okay. Thank you. Well, B said he shouldn't even punch her in the face. A hard punch to the body. Doesn't even have to be a liver punch. She would go down and never get up. Right. See, people forget. You get knocked out with body punches too. Hit you in that right spot, especially if you tired already. And somebody come with a gut punch. Somebody hit that real. Somebody hit. Come on. You're going to double over and it's night. She going to sleep. He do not have to hit her with his full strength. She's going to sleep. She not going to know where she at. They're going to have to get the smelling salt. She going to be in La La Land somewhere with little birds tweeting around her head and unicorns jumping over clouds. That's what she going to see. If that man have, even with the handicaps he's saying he going to have, still it's a no. Still, that's going to be a no. My opinion is that he shouldn't even humor her with accepting a fight, because a fight like that have to be sanctioned and approved and all of that sort of thing, right? This is the reason why I feel like even with handicap or even with charity or whatever, blah, 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 I don't think he should take the fight or have even said yes to an issue of challenge, because if he beats her, that's not going to look good. If he knocks her out, if he beats her up, which he's perfectly capable of doing, that's not going to look good. Him going in there just throwing the fight and everybody knows he's throwing a fight, that's not going to look quite as good either, because it's going to be like, yeah, she won, but look, he wasn't even really doing nothing. Like, of course she won because he wasn't fighting. He was just there. No better, just a little tad bit more effort than the sparring partners that she had video of. So for me, I see it as a lose-lose for him. And it's just stupid for her. Creating competition when there is no need and when it is unnecessary is a sign of insecurity. Why she can't just be satisfied as being the top female boxer? Why she can't be satisfied with that? Why she can't be satisfied with that? Let me get to these super chats, because we're going to really talk about some other things. Thank you, Ruminant said, Mancini killed Kim Duku in the ring, and those were two men. She gonna mess around and go to the upper room. You gonna see in the upper room. She gonna be in the upper room. Come on in the room. Mm-hmm. Come on in the room. Mm-hmm. Thurman done knocked you out, and you're gonna see your maker today. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gregory said this is where we are today. Women challenging men in every way. What is most concerning are the women who are silent about these crazy behaviors, who claim that they are not like these mannish women. Precisely. See, we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Thank you, JJ said, let's talk about the Alabama chair match. Thank you, JL said, Thurman can't win in this situation. You knock her out, the feminist gonna complain hitting the woman. If he lose, the men gonna clown him. That's what I'm saying, JL. It's a lose-lose for him. He shouldn't even bother with it. Thank you, Mr. Rhythm said Thurman's nickname is one time. That's all it takes. Right. Thank you, Jonathan said, if a man challenged a woman, feminists and media would be going crazy. RPKS, you can't make this up. You can't. You really can't, because had he issued the challenge, everybody would have been like, dude, what's wrong with you? You trying to fight a female? Why you trying to get into a ring with a female? What, you a low-key woman beater? Like, why you trying to beat up a female? Yet, when she do it, it's supposed to be cute. It's supposed to be cute that she wants to get into a ring with a man. Now, this is the part that we're going to touch on before we get into the commercial break. How is it that she wants to fight a man amidst the growing fight and struggle about trans women invading women's sports and that not being fair, based on the fact that even though these men are identifying as women, they are still biological men. And so therefore, the competitions are unfair because they get into female spaces and dominate. These are men who are taking estrogen and all kinds of hormones to dampen the effect of testosterone in their systems. And they still be getting in these women's sports, tearing them off. They be in the men's division dead last, not even recognized. They get to, they call themselves, I identify as a woman. I identify as a woman. You feel me? What you looking at? Sir, my pronouns are she, her. I identify as a woman. You trying to say I ain't transgender? Now let me in this competition. Have you been on any kind of hormone medicine blockers? Yeah. For how long? About 6 months. Leah Thompson or Thomas or whatever, not recognizable among the men's swimming team, got right over there with them women and dusted them because he's stronger than them. Women, as of the last couple of years, have been speaking out more and more in sports, specifically in sports, about how they don't want trans women entering into their space. This has been sports. This has been beauty competitions. This has been all kinds of stuff. Biological women have been fighting a fight, a growing fight, speaking out more and more against trans women who everybody knows are biological men, and saying that they cannot, it's still unfair. I don't care if they taking hormone blockers or whatever it is they're taking. It's still unfair because pound for pound, they're stronger than us. So if we're in track and field, he's stronger. He gonna run faster. He got more endurance. It doesn't matter that he been taking hormones or whatever. And and against me as a woman who been training, it's not fair. This is why they didn't want Fallon Fox really in the MMA like that. And then women was like, nah, it's unfair because if you get in there with her, she knocking folk out. Like it's not like the power. It's the power for me. So I'm trying to figure out how is it that Clarissa Shields, who is the top competitor in her sports genre, how is it that she, as a biological woman, is unaware of this fight? Or is she just not down with it? Please tell me she's not so tone deaf as to not be aware of women, both at the collegiate and the professional level of whatever sport, do not want biological men competing with them. Is that what you're telling me? Now, if he get in there and cold knock her out viciously, give her a vicious, give her a haymaker. It won't even take that much. Then everybody gonna be looking like, man, he really, if he come out full-fledged like he fighting a dude, they gonna be looking at him funny. Like, dude, you really went at her. Like, you really went. No, she came over here. I didn't go over to the women's division messing with them. Let the women have their thing. If she the top, if she done won the titles and blah, blah, kudos to her. Why she got to come over to the men to compete with the men unnecessarily? Now, if he give her that body shot and crack 2 ribs where she can't fight no women no more for a while, teach her that lesson. Sit her down for a little bit. You sit down. Teach you not to cross this line no more. If he took that attitude, you gonna learn today. Come over here, mess. Do not disrespect the men, especially an elite level male boxer, not an amateur male boxer, even an amateur. We're talking about a man who has won titles himself. Knocking out other men. What do you think? What you think he gonna do to you? She don't know him to take it easy. She don't know him to take it kind of as a joke or take it lightly or not give his all. But what if he do? What if he get in that ring and be like, everybody in the ring is a man. Everybody that stepped to me is a man. I'm gonna fight you like a man. You want to fight a man? I'm gonna fight you like a man. I'm gonna fight you like any man that I have ever fought. And you gonna learn today. When I send you home with busted ribs, bust your face, bust you up, send you back home with a whole pumpkin head, I'm gonna look at your corner and be like, teach your girl how to squabble. If she dice, she dice. Okay? If she dice, she dice. Stop playing. Stop playing with men. Stop playing in men's faces. That man has done his own work in boxing. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. We're going to talk about some more things as well with this, because there are a couple of other layers. We're going to go to commercial. I'm going to hit the super chats and then we're going to cook. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, brothers, I want to tell you about a website called blackmenszone.com. Now, Black Men's Zone is a site that specifically targets black men. It's a place where black men talk about issues that solely affect them. Now, at Black Men's Zone, the topics will range from news to society, sports, technology, business, food and recipes. Some brothers got to cook too. Gaming, and some of your brothers like doing some of that. Health and fitness, got to get your workout on. Music, movies, and many other topics. Now, there's not many forums around these days for black men, and because black men have to create them. Now, this particular website is more of a forum based, something simple, not social media. You can write what you need to write, say what you need to say, get on, get off pretty quick. But if you're interested, brothers, to at least go there, and I want you to check it out, engage in the topics, go to blackmenszone.com, sign up for an account, and get engaged in the conversation.
So what I want you guys to do is hit the link at the top of the chat for blackmenszone.com. This is a forum that you can think of as a online barbershop space, a space for men to come and speak about a wide range of topics that affect them, that they're interested in, and that they have expertise in. So if you are a black man and you want to have that space where you're not being constantly censored and canceled for everything that you say, please go ahead and sign up to blackmenzone.com. Become a part of the conversation or start a conversation of your own. And I know I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to because I know that I need my likes, right? And let me get to the super chats. Thank you, Vincenzo. Thank you. Be About Peace says she want to be dominated. She want to be something. Thank you again. Well, B says something wrong with you. Jonathan says shows how weak men of the West has become. Stand up. Thank you so much for all of your contributions. Okay. So, first of all, she's tone deaf. You are in a world of sports and you're not a nobody in your genre. You're at the top of your respective sport. And you mean to tell me you are either unaware or you are unconcerned with the rest of women in their respective sports across sports genres, fighting to have exclusivity in their space to biological women only, not wanting to physically compete against biological males, no matter their identification, because biological males are by and large stronger, faster than women. And it just is what it is. And I don't know why it's so hard for Black women to understand that. This is how the Tea Party movement kicked off and got as big as it did, because Black women are always abandoning their womanhood post. Stay in your lane, Miss Clarissa. If you the woman goat, if you the goat of the women's division and all that kind of stuff, if you the GOAT female boxer, kudos. I'm happy that you was able to get into your chosen field and be the top. It's not easy. Can't be easy to be the top. It ain't easy to be the top nowhere. To get into a field and then dominate it. But if that's what you accomplished, let it be. You don't listen, there's nothing to prove. The only thing that you're gonna prove is the true difference between a man and a woman. You're gonna prove why there's a women's boxing and a men's boxing. That's all that's gonna prove. Why boxing and combat sports and fighting and all these different sports are separated by gender. Tone deaf as well, because this is on the heels of the Just Hilarious and Tasha K going in the trenches to try to preserve biological womanhood. Now, Miss Clarissa Shields may not be aware that took place on the internet. Depending on how much of the internet she consumes, she might not have been aware of that, but she is aware of it in sports, though. Because Just Hilarious said something, and this issuing of a challenge by Clarissa totally obliterates it. The first thing that Just Hilarious said in her response to that Tea Party, talking about women don't gatekeep periods and womanhood, she said, "Who's going to protect us? Who protects biological women?" You know, and the good answer, a politically correct answer, would be that men do it. But unfortunately, Jess, too many Black women despise the position in the first place. They don't like being, quote unquote, limited by being a woman, as if being a woman is some type of disease you catch, or some type of handicap you have, or some type of something. Black women treat womanhood like leprosy. I got to do anything to get out of the stigma of being a woman, because being a woman is horrible. Being a woman lessens me. Being a woman demeans me. Being a woman degrades me. Being a woman is not good enough. I got to go into male spaces and see, can I dominate men? And if the men don't let me do that, then I'm going to say that it's something wrong with the men and that they should let me do that as a woman. Come dominate them. To prove for my ego's sake. To prove that I'm not bound and fettered by my biology as a woman. Unfortunately, just hilarious. That's your answer to that. Nobody protects a womanhood, particularly Black women. They do not protect the position of womanhood, because if Black women protected, respected, and loved and honored and cherished their own womanhood, their own biology, their own, the truth of who we are, then tea parties would not have ever had the leverage to say and do what they saying and doing right now. They would never have gotten that far, because women would have taken pride in being women and nip that in the bud. Oh no, we're not doing that. Y'all not doing that. You can identify however you want to identify. But what you're not going to do is come over here and take my spot. Now, women be acting a fool when biological men come try to take their spot. Yet when she tries to go and stick her toe in the water and go mess with the men in men spaces, this is supposed to be cute and a challenge. If they fight, I hope he knock her out. I hope he knock her teeth out of her mouth. And I don't know that woman from a can of paint. I don't know him either. But if she step her butt in that ring, I don't want to see him with no clown gloves and her with no headdress. Nope. We gonna wear regulation equipment in this ring. I ain't promising that I'm just gonna do no jabs, and I ain't promising nothing. What I promise to do is whoop you till you rope like okra. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Manny Pacquiao flashbacks, and I'm gonna whoop you. And then when you are drooling in slumber on the canvas, talking about it was supposed to be an exhibition. That's what your corner gonna be saying. I'm going to look them dead in their eyeball and say, if she dice, she dice. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have a whole Rocky IV replay. Thank you, B989X at here, Auntie. Keep preaching and take my money. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, Southside Malicious, that she gonna get beat black and blue like an African. Thank you, JS Hooper said, how come we never see Black women challenging someone to compete over showcasing their femininity? They're always trying to appropriate masculinity. Right. Thank you, Esquire said, for the Christians, the state of modern women is a reflection of where the church is in relation to God. Rebellious, turned away, out of order. Thank you all so much. Thank you once again, Well B, said, you killing me, clown gloves. Yeah, I don't want to see no big old clown gloves. You know, he in there. I don't want to see that. I want to see regulation. Because you want to step your butt in here. Always somewhere abandoning your female post. This in a nutshell proves a lot of the mindset of the hyena, which is why the Black community is a gynocracy like it is. Because for a lot of Black women, being a woman is a curse to them. That's why I said that they despise being women. Why is it so bad? You the top in your field, leave it there. Congratulate the men. If you like Keith Thurman, just say that. Instead of trying to do this little third grade stuff, hit the boy that you like. If you like him, just say that. If you would do anything for a Klondike bar, if you would do anything to have him touch you, even if he punching you in your nose, just say that. Instead of trying to fight him, why don't you be feminine and slide in his DMs or whatever because he don't like you? Now, I don't know if he married or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, if you like him, just say that. Because it seemed like to me, she like him. Because I seen pictures of him or whatever. He, a decent looking dude. He's a decent looking dude. So if you want a piece of that action, why don't you just say that? Because why him? Why any man? Why challenge any man at all for a fight of all things? This is why I was talking about this morning in the video. That comedian had it pegged exactly right. The masculinity of the woman that was heckling him, he knew that she wouldn't mind fighting a man. In the beginning of that clip, she even tried to run over him. You shut up. He's like, nah, it was me shut up. This my show. How you trying to tell me? How you in the audience trying to tell me to shut up? Always somewhere trying to dominate a man. Always somewhere trying to be over a man. And then want to holler about men don't protect, why men don't lead, why men don't respect women, why men don't treat Black women softly, because you don't come across as soft. Has there been a white woman or any other demographic of woman boxing that has called out a man recently? Has there been any other demographic of women in recent years that has tried to seriously challenge a man to a fight? We already discussed Ronda Rousey. Although I didn't know that she tried to call out Mayweather. But that is neither here nor there because Mayweather is a boxer. She was in MMA. Come on, Black women. You always consistently somewhere being masculine. And then want somebody to be soft. But you're not soft. You already picked a masculine career, which is combat sports. I think there's too much masculinity in any woman, white, Black, whatever, that chooses combat sports as a career path because it's not really in our nature to hit or want to be hit, specifically to want to be hit. We don't want to be hit. So normally speaking, feminine women, we don't want to be hit. So we don't go into career paths that call for us to hit and be hit, to be fighting. So any woman, no matter how cute she is, no matter what her race is, no matter what her background is, got too much masculinity in her some way, somehow, to even be choosing fighting as a career path. It's one thing to go to martial arts classes or something like that just because you may enjoy maybe doing martial arts or you wanted to learn how to do it or something like that. That's different. Because everybody that goes into a martial arts class or self-defense class is not trying to get into fighting as a career, something that they're doing every day. They just want to be able to have some type of confidence, you know, if they get into something, or people get into martial arts and stuff like that for a myriad of reasons. At one point, long time ago, when I was really young, like 19 and 20, I was really interested in Tai Chi. So, you know, I learned learned the kata and everything like that, you know, but I was more so interested in it for the exercise purposes. And then I just like martial arts anyways. You know, I grew up on Samurai Sunday, you know, so I'm a Gen X kid. So I grew up on Shaw Brothers. You feel me? I grew up on the 5 Deadly Venoms. Like we grew up watching Shaolin, Wushu martial arts, Chinese martial arts. So if you interested, you wanted to just take a couple of classes and stuff like that, I mean, that's fine as a woman. I don't find that to be problematic. Some women are just athletic and they like, you know what I'm saying? They like getting in the gym and they like that. There's nothing wrong with that. That keep your health up and stuff like that. But as a career path, you got a little too much masculinity. And y'all are always somewhere being masculine, being way too masculine. Way too masculine. Thank you, Chad. Says social experiments aren't even discreet no more. Tell me about it. Thank you, Wiggy Wheels. That reminds me of that 26-year-old girl on ESPN giving former NBA athletes critiques on sports she never played. Men don't even respect when other men do that. That's why a lot of the basketball players and stuff like that be clowning Stephen A. Because when he say something stupid, they be like, and what sport did you play? What title did you win? When was you win? What court you play on? What field? Where was you at in the sports world? How you talking? Men don't even respect when other men do that. Especially men who done already played a sport. Get to talking to another guy and he critiquing and all that, and he ain't do it. And they just be looking like you talking a little too much for somebody that ain't never did it. You got a lot to say. So they definitely gonna do it for a woman. We know you ain't did it. That's why I don't agree with female sportscasters being all in the mix, trying to critique what a player did and stuff like that, you know, trying to critique a football player. Well, you know, the running back, you know, you ain't never got hit by a dude 295 pounds and he got gear on. Like, you ain't never been hit by, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never tried to get in the A gap and then got stopped dead in your tracks. You feel me? Thank you, L Factor. And my ex-wife told me she hated being a woman over 10 years ago. I hope she get over that. Thank you, Original Man, said Aunt Esther and Fred Sanford. Thank you, Ruminant, said reason number 6,271 why you'll never be Mrs. Cartwright. He isn't attracted to masculinity either. Precisely. That's the thing. That's really the thing. You'll never be Mrs. Cartwright, or as my guy Terenzo said, you won't even be Mrs. McGillicuddy because she feminine too. Y'all too masculine. That's really why you ain't gonna never be Cartwright. Among other things, come on now. You got way too much masculine energy. Being seen with you is a downgrade. No. Thank you so much, Mike Jones. Say hello, Crimson Cure. Sorry I'm late answering your question, but this Asian female bodybuilder tried to call out this Asian male kickboxer a few months ago, and he showed no mercy. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. But, you know, it's the despising of womanhood. This is how the Tea Parties got in. And this is why they feel, not only this is how they got in, this is why they feel bold. This is why they feel bold enough to say the things that they saying. Because T.S. Madison, aka Timothy Hinton, still posting videos mad at Tasha K. He hurt for real. I don't know what it was that she said that really got to him, but he's still posting responses, and Tasha K ain't said nothing else. I don't know which one I want. For him to ignore her completely, or for him to get in that ring and reenact Rocky IV. Minus the actual deletion, of course. He won't even need 50%. I don't know why these women don't know that. Why y'all refuse that? Why do y'all refuse to understand that? Why do you refuse to understand that you ain't got nothing coming for these men? You don't. Nothing. I have not met a grown man yet that I realistically thought I could beat up. No. My husband grabs me playfully and I can't get away. My husband will playfully pull me to him just to feel the power of that. For him, it's a gentle pull. I don't know when y'all gonna get that. Men are strong. They don't use the strength to us unless he's some type of psycho. Even when they be mad and they may kind of grab you, that's not their full capacity. In a straight up fight, Megan Thee Stallion can't whoop Tory Lanez. And he's significantly physically smaller than her. And if they was to go head to head, she going to sleep. Because it be them little short dudes anyway that be all crazy strong. It be the very dude you think ain't gonna be them little skinny short dudes. Look at they be crazy strong. She can't whoop him. She like to try to be big and bad and intimidate some man, but in a straight up, we finna go head to head 100%. You and I'm gonna go 100%. She can't whoop him. She's not gonna be able to whoop him. There's no punch Clarissa Shields can throw that Keith Thurman can't eat. That y'all realize that, right? She would have to get lucky and hit him in like a key spot. I don't know what it would take, but there's really no punch that she can deliver that Keith can't eat and then destroy her. Thank you, King to a God said she couldn't even beat up an old man because he has what we call grown man strength. Right. Old men be the kind of the strongest. They strength go up right before it dip to where they kind of get weak. But an old man gotta be weak. An old man, like an old unhealthy man. Before my daddy got sick, he was in his late 60s. He was like in his 60s. He was still strong. You could still feel when he grab or he pick up something. Like you could still see it. And he was an old man. It was only his sickness that truly weakened him. What is y'all thinking? Thank you, T-Stones. I love women and would never hit a more respectable woman. 304s, get a boot in the... Okay, thank you, Bios at 5 Venoms. Right. It be the little short dudes. Yeah, Kevin Hart. Have you seen Kevin Hart work out? Have you seen Kevin Hart with his shirt off? I watched a video a long time ago. This is a few years ago. I seen a video of Kevin just working out. Kevin Hart, short Kevin Hart. People try to play him off because he's short. Kevin is short, but he's not small. There's a difference. Kevin was lifting all kind of stuff. He was doing all kind of presses and pull-ups. And, okay. Don't no female want no smoke. I don't care about her being taller than him. That doesn't mean anything. How many men did Mike Tyson beat up that was taller than him? Because Mike Tyson is short. Mike Tyson's what, a good 5'4", 5'5" at best? What is he, 5'6" at best? I never believed that 5'8" stuff. Mike is about 5'5". Most of the men he fought was taller than him. What did that mean? In Mike's heyday, that ain't mean nothing. He eat them punches and get inside because he's short and he got to get close to you. So he can't be all on the outside and you using your reach. No. You just go ahead and eat them. Go ahead and eat them jabs. Because he can't be on the outside. He ain't got no long reach. He got to get inside with you. I have never believed that 5'10", right, 5'10", that may be what's on the thing, but I've seen him stand next to other men. Mike is rather short. Mike is rather short. But be that as it may, I just have never believed 5'10". Sorry. That's like averagely heighted. That's not short. But Mike Tyson's a little tank. That's always been his thing. He got to get inside because of his height. But whatever. The point is that the height and all that don't matter. That doesn't matter. That's why I said Meg Thee Stallion can't whoop Tory Lanez. She's quite a bit bigger than him. She still ain't no man. She still don't have man strength. He would have a problem with a man that size. That's where the potential problem would be for him. If there was a man Megan's size. If y'all say he truly 5'10" in real life, okay. I'll take y'all word for it because I've never met him in person. I've never met Mike Tyson in person, so I can't say. Y'all do not like being women. And it's sad because being a woman is awesome. I quite a bit enjoy not unnecessarily competing with men. I don't compete with my husband at all. Because there's no way that I can do what he can do. I can't do that stuff. My husband live in the gym. Do you understand? He live in the gym. That dude cut. And it's not just a look. The strength go along with the look. I was squatting. My little bar wasn't no more than about 25 pounds, 30 pounds. He's squatting 210, 225. Just, and I mean squatting it. Just boom, boom. But I can't do that. And I mean, not struggling with the squat either. It wasn't like, oh man, I don't know if I can really do the squat. No. Hitting the squats. I'm just looking like, okay. Okay. Yeah, he trained. He trains other people too. He training me right now. Well, I'm at the gym. I'm at the gym because he at the gym. I'm at the gym because he at the gym. It's like that. He can't have a wife that's not hitting the gym too. I ain't never been no gym girl. Y'all watch the weight loss journey, so y'all should know that. Oh, thank you, Mac 701. So they don't like men, but try to do everything men do to be respected. Yes. Thank you, Dante. Said someone like Princella would think otherwise. Let me talk about this for a second, Mac. Thank you, Mac. So they don't like men, but try to do everything men do to be respected. And that's the thing. That's actually what's the saddest part, because Black women particularly do not understand that doing what men do and competing with them and all of that type of stuff doesn't get you respect as a woman. It don't get you respect as a woman. Men don't respect women that try to be men. Men respect women that are women. You get respect from being feminine. Don't worry about the men that don't know what to do with a feminine woman or who would disrespect a feminine woman in the first place. Don't worry about them. They're a minority. Overall, I've always been respected for being feminine. You start getting, men start not really seeing you that way, or depending on what you're doing, they'll lose respect. Oh, she over here trying to compete with me, and she's not, because what it tells them is that you're not content being a woman. You're not content in your space as a woman. So you over here in their face and in their space, trying to do everything that they do. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to first read off and see did we have any cash apps, because I like to try to remember to read the cash apps as well. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Shamia. Thank you, Stanley. 3 times. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for your contributions. I really appreciate them. I have not advertised it in a while, but since we always talking about it anyway. Go to crimsoncure.com. Get the book Reclaiming the Black Feminine, the Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, because so many of us need it. Need it. Desperately so. Go to crimsoncure.com. Get your copy. If you want a Kindle copy, a digital copy, it's on sale at Amazon. Both links are in the description box. Okay? All right. So jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.